As the weight of destiny grows heavier on Prince William's shoulders, the heir to the throne is already shaping a future that will redefine the British monarchy. With quiet determination and the kind of poise learned through decades of public service, the Prince of Wales is drawing the blueprint of a crown moulded by modern values, personal heartbreak, and an unwavering sense of duty. At 43, William has never publicly revealed the full extent of his plans for his reign. Yet royal insiders and seasoned commentators are convinced that the prince has already mapped out who he can trust to walk beside him when he finally ascends the throne. The picture he envisions, however, is marked not only by strategic foresight, but by one glaring absence: Prince Harry. Once inseparable, the brothers were expected to lead the monarchy together in the 21st century, a dynamic duo poised to balance tradition with reform. But with Harry's dramatic departure from royal life in 2020 and the thunderous fallout of his memoir Spare, that future has vanished like a mirage. "He was meant to be William's wingman," said former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond. Harry would have held one of the most senior trusted roles, much like Princess Anne to her brother King Charles, but that role is now empty. And no one feels the weight of that vacancy more than William himself. In private, palace sources say the prince has mourned the loss of his brother, not just as family, but as the one man who truly understood the loneliness of royalty. Yet he has made peace with the reality. He knows Harry doesn't factor into the monarchy anymore, one insider confided. It's a great personal loss, but William is pragmatic. He's moving forward. To fill that void and ensure stability, William is expected to embrace a slimmed-down royal model, much like his father King Charles has championed. But there will be subtle shifts. Chief among them, the emergence of a surprising new royal figure in a prominent role, Zara Tindall. Though not a working royal, Zara, Princess Anne's daughter and Queen Elizabeth's granddaughter, has long enjoyed a warm public image. A dedicated equestrian and devoted family woman, she resonates with the public in a way that speaks to William's vision. Relatable, grounded, loyal. "Zara's never chased the spotlight," said Bond, "but she's respected, likeable, and trusted." William sees that. In the absence of Harry, he's leaning on those who bring both heart and integrity. And King Charles? Sources say the king had a deeply emotional reaction when William first shared his thoughts about the future. According to one confidant close to the monarch, Charles listened in silence when William said Harry wouldn't be part of his inner circle. His eyes, Charles reportedly told William, "You must do what's right for the crown, but I will always believe in the bond of brothers." It was a father's hope colliding with a sovereign's realism. Still, Charles expressed pride in his son's readiness to lead. He told William he's proud of how he's rising above personal wounds for the sake of duty, the insider said. He may not agree with every choice, but he respects William's conviction. Meanwhile, Harry has offered hints of hope from across the Atlantic. In a recent BBC interview, he said, "I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point continuing to fight anymore. Life is precious." But such words, while touching, may have come too late. The trust, once ironclad, has been eroded by years of public grievances and painful revelations. Royal experts remain skeptical that William will ever allow Harry to play an official role again. "William doesn't hate his brother," said Bond, "but he's accepted that Harry is no longer part of the institution. That's the heartbreak. That's the cost." As the monarchy looks toward its next chapter, William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, are expected to take centre stage in modernising the royal brand. Their approachable style, active engagement with mental health, and openness to breaking from rigid traditions position them as reformers with one foot in history and the other in the future. William is building a monarchy that connects, said a senior aide. He'll lean on Zara, Mike Tyndall, and the steadfast Princess Anne. These are people who don't seek fame, they serve. In the end, the story of William's reign will be shaped by who stands with him and who doesn't. His vision may be trimmed and refined, but it beats with emotional depth and the burden of sacrifice. King Charles once whispered to a courtier, "A king is not made by crown or title, but by the choices he makes when no one is watching." William has already begun to make those choices, and the world is watching.